YouTube, my name is Imogen and this is my 5th video. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different to what I've done in my other videos. I thought I would do just a simple makeup look for today. I'm just going out to the shops and stuff, like I'm not really doing anything too exciting. So I just thought I had a bit of extra time. He was sleeping when I started doing my makeup, so I had a little extra time where I didn't have to occupy him, where I could just do my makeup, which I don't know, I still like to try and find time to do my makeup when I go out. It is important to me. I love doing makeup and I love having my makeup done. It does mean less to me now that I have a baby. I don't really mind going out without makeup. Before I had him, I definitely wouldn't go out in public without makeup. But now I don't really mind so much, because I'm a mum and it's hard sometimes. But today I did have the opportunity to get to do my makeup, and I thought I'd show you guys just how I did my simple basic makeup. I always get compliments on my makeup. I like to say I'm pretty good at it. So you're right, little wiggle worm, you're right. So I just thought I'd like to show you guys how I did it. It's really, really simple. Most of the time I just use my fingers to do it anyway, but I thought I'd use brushes and get fancy today. And I had my little helper in these little Tarzan pants. So I hope you guys enjoy.
So this is my bare face, no makeup, sorry about it. So I use Fit Me by Maybelline. I am shade 120. That is the lightest shade you can possibly get in this brand. I don't know what brush this is. I don't use fancy brushes. I got a brush set from my mum for Christmas like 3 years ago, and I just use them. They're so good. I love them. I don't think they were like super expensive. They're not branded or anything. They're just cute and pink and yeah, really easy to use. So I use a brush, not usually, but now I think now I have the baby, I like to try and use a brush more so than my fingertips, which I used to always do, just because I don't like having all that mess on my fingers and then that getting transferred to the baby and etc, etc. So I always start under my eyes and work my way out. I do my nose, my forehead. You've got to remember to do in your nostrils as well, because sometimes I find that I have really like pink nostrils. So I do all in my hairline, make sure I get in all those little fuzzy hairs right under my eye, in my nose, make sure that you're getting like everywhere, all the wrinkles and stuff. I don't know, I'm only 20 and I don't really have wrinkles, but you still have wrinkles. So you've also got to make sure you get right on the ear, behind the ear, and all on your neck. You don't want like terrible blending and it to look really awful and you know, two-toned. So now's my eyeshadow primer. I use Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I've never been a fan of primer, but this is amazing. Last year I had like a little sample pack given to me by my friend, and I now swear by it. It keeps my makeup on for like 3 days if I wanted to. It is awesome. Most of them crease and they go all sweaty, but this doesn't at all. You have to work really fast though, because it does dry. I say dry, it doesn't dry, it goes quite sticky, which obviously holds all the shadow on, but you need to do it quick before it starts to go quite sticky. So as you can see here, I'm going right under my eye. I don't use concealers or highlights or anything like that, so I'm just using this as my concealer and highlighter, just to cover up those bags and make sure any powders that I put under my eyes stick really well. So I use Too Faced, a Too Faced palette, just the natural palette. Now as you can see, they're very well loved and very well used. So I'm going to just use Classic, which is that pink shade. And I use that all over my lid, all the way up to my eyebrow, I use it all underneath my lid as well, just everywhere. It's like really good base. It is a pinky colour, but you can't quite tell when it's on your eyes. It just makes everything look really natural and flawless, and just really seamless. I really quite like using it, probably more than I do the creamy colour, in fact, which is usually always what I use. So now I'm just going to try and get as much as I can out of that creamy colour. It's called Day, or Heaven. So I just try and get that right on that brow bone, more for a highlighter. All of these colours are matte colours, which I really like. I'm not really a fan of shiny, shimmery, glittery colours, but make sure you also bring it right in between your eyes as well, like just that bridge of the nose area, because that will just like highlight that quite nicely. Now I'm just using just like a rounded brush, and I'll be using honey butter. Now I'm going to just put this all through my crease, and sort of midway between my eyebrow and my lid. I won't put it on my lid, because I like to keep that nice and clear and just really like pale, but I will use it. It's my in-between colour basically, so it doesn't go straight from light to dark. It's sort of a medium colour, if you like. So now I'm going in with an angle brush, still a fluffy one. Oh god, that's a lot of product still on there. I should really clean my brushes. And I'm going to be using chocolate cookie, and I'm also going to be mixing that in with Sexpresso. Now the one underneath Sexpresso is called Risque, and I could use that. They're very similar tones, but I just wanted to say Sexpresso as much as I can, so that's why I'm using it. So I just load up my brush and then I put it in. You don't really need to add more colour. Once you put it on your brush, you just need to blend. So I get a nice big amount on my brush, sort of slowly work it into that crease, a little bit towards the end of my eyelid, but more so in the crease, and just blend. You can go in there with your fingers and use it, or you can stick with the brush. You can get proper blending brushes, but that's how you're going to get that really nice colour that doesn't look too blocky. It's just gonna like make it nice and smooth and a natural transition. So I do go through my fingers and just sort of tidy it all up, but yeah. So now I'm using my Maybelline eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I really like a really thin, really wet brush. I like to use a liquid eyeliner. I find it's just the easiest thing to do. It is really hard to get nice eyeliner, so I just sort of wing it, no pun intended, just to try and, every time I do it differently. You just got to make sure you do it bit by bit. You don't keep the brush on there for too long. Do regular gaps for blinking, because you don't want to smudge, you don't want your lashes to hit the brush, you don't want to blink by accident because you've had your eyes open for so long that you know you're gonna nudge your brush or anything. So just make sure you do it nice and slow. I think it's easier to put when your eyes are open. Sometimes I do this and I go back and I try and add more. Do not put the lid on, put the pen down, do not try anymore. You'll just make them thicker and uneven. Mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It is the best mascara in the whole universe ever have existed. I always just tap off the excess and scrape it off, just so it's not too cluggy and it's not too thick. I am obsessed with mascara. If I was on a stranded island and I could only ever use one makeup product, it would be mascara. I could sit and watch people put mascara on for days and days. I am so obsessed with it. I love just sitting there and watching people put mascara on, and I did just sit here and watch the whole clip of me putting mascara on before I edited it, because I really enjoy it and I'm weird like that. I am so lucky that I have really thick long lashes. They're really dark, really long and really thick, and Noah's dad has the same type of lashes, so Noah inevitably has these gorgeous long lashes that everyone always comments on, and he is so super lucky. I always put it on the bottom lashes too. Lots of people hate this, but I actually really like it, and I like the look. I think it looks nicer. You make your eyes a bit more open, but I understand some people just don't like it. Oh my god, this video was going a lot slower when I was narrating it in my head. So sorry if I sound really rushed when I'm talking, but I'm just trying to fit it all in. So I'm just using a brush just to separate my lashes so they're not too claggy. Now I've got a small angled brush for my eyebrows. I'm going to use Espresso again just because I love the name of it, and it actually suits my eyebrow colour. I like my eyebrows dark, I like eyebrows thick, and I like them nice and shapely, really nice and pointed. I don't know, I really just like nice 40s, 50s pin-up style brows. So I'm just lightly brushing the powder through. It looks darker, not necessarily because the colour's too dark, but more so because it's filling in all the gaps, so it just makes them look thicker and darker. Look at that gorgeous face. Oh, he's so cute. I just can't get enough of him. So back onto the other brow. Remembering they're not twins, they're sisters. They don't have to look identical, but they are sisters, not cousins, so they have to look semi-alike. So just make sure you take the time to come back and look, sort of tidy them up as you go. Now this is a little trick I like to do. I put a little colour underneath my lip and then I smudge it out, and I do it at the top too. I have had my lips done a couple times, but it's been over a year now, and so they've sort of gone down. They're not as full as I'd like them to be, so this is just my little sneaky trick. So I'm just brushing out my eyebrows so they're not so intense, and so they're not so block-like, I guess. Now I'm using my MAC powder, which is just my bronzer, and I don't really like using blush. I prefer bronzer just because blush, the colour just looks silly on me, but I use bronzer because my face is quite round and it is quite large, and so it just sculpts it down, I guess, a little bit, so it doesn't look so fat, basically. So I love using bronzer. I love the colour of it. This has got no glitter in it, so it's really matte like all of the rest of my makeup. I'm not really a glitter fan. I like it just all nice and matte and clean and quite natural. I just put it all over as well because I'm white as a ghost. Now I'm using my MAC C4 mineral powder, which I love. It's amazing. It's quite expensive, but I love it. It stays on my face. It doesn't melt when I sweat. It doesn't go white, and you know, you get these little white droplets. It is perfect. I love it. It stops me being too shiny. It's not cakey. It's really thin. The colour is beautiful. This colour is a little bit dark for me, but I don't really mind because I love being a little bit browner. I haven't had a tan in like a year, since before I had Noah, before I was even pregnant, or maybe when I was pregnant Halloween last year, maybe is the last time I got a tan. So make sure you get it in the neck, the chest, the décolletage, the behind the ears, everything. Now I'm using Autumn by Kaylin. It is a liquid lipstick lip gloss. I love it. It stays on while you're eating, while you're drinking, throughout the day. It doesn't actually come off, but it's not one of those matte ones that like dries out your lips, because I do like MAC lipstick, but it is very drying. But this is beautiful. This stays on and it feels really creamy and nourishing on your lip. Lucky this is coming to the end of the video because the baby is starting to wake up again after his second nap and he's making a lot of noise, so I've got to make this quick. But yes, I like to just make it. I don't use liner with this one, but it's good enough that you can line your lips first and then pop it on because it doesn't bleed, which is awesome. And this is the final look. Nice and natural and simple.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little makeup tutorial-y. I don't know, it probably wasn't that good, but it's just what I do every day. It's just my basic makeup. I enjoy doing makeup. It really excites me and it's fun and relaxing for me to do. It is a bit harder now, obviously, like I said before, but that's alright. I enjoy doing it and I like looking pretty. If you want to know any more about it or want me to do a different type of makeup or something, let me know and I will see what I can do. So anyway, thanks for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. You're going to say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Noah. Noah. Nah, Mum, piss off. Look at the video. Ooh.